Voices of Ohio. Ooh, wee. Anybody know what that's from? Anybody know where that song is from? Oh my God. What? I can't do it. Who can do it?
Bugs Bunny.
Bugs Bunny theme song, remember that? Anyway, my name is Gerard Stewart, I'm the director, and we're going to keep this moving along. We're going to start off our show taking you back a little bit. And for our next number, we're going to do an Irving Berlin tune called Alexander's Ragtime Band. I lost my announcer somewhere on one of those back roads. I came in last night. A friend of mine has a cabin home down here. He gave us a home to stay in. But I'm somewhere off of 148. I went off one of them little side roads. It's beautiful back there, but Lord have mercy, I don't want to drive that in winter. But anyway, as I said before, we're gonna stay back a little bit. We're going to take you a song that was made very popular by a gentleman back in the 30s and the 40s. He had a big band, and it was called Les Brown and his Band of Renown. Did you ever listen to them? Yep. Yeah, go ahead and admit it. Don't be ashamed. It's called Sentimental Journey.
Take a sentimental journey.
I always like to see if they pay attention. I never direct that the same way. They follow. All right, we're going to bring up one of the things we do, a little different than traditional choral concerts. We like to call our performances shows because we try to, I'm very eclectic, my friends are very eclectic, and we do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Right now we'd like to feature a young man from the Columbus, Ohio area. Young man, you look younger than me, though. His name is Will Brown, and Will is going to do a classic, Tony Bennett's Shine on Your Shoes. Mr. Will Brown.
When you feel as low as the bottom of a well, can't get out of the mood, do something to perk yourself up, change your attitude. You're too tired of the crease in your pants, but if you really want to feel fine, give your shoes a shine. When there's a shine on your shoe, there's a melody in your heart, with a simple happy feeling. A wonderful way to start to face the world every day, with the dear lonely love, little melody that is me. World go by when you walk down the street with that happy-go-lucky beat. You'll find a lot in what I'm repeating. When there's a shine on your shoe, there's a melody in your heart. What a wonderful way to start the day. Listen to this.
How they used to do it back in the 40s? Yes, sir. Lawrence Welk, that was great. And yes, I'm not ashamed to mention Lawrence Welk. I grew up on it. And as you watch the show, I patterned the show after it. Okay. Will Brown, Shine on Your Shoes. What have I got up next? Okay. We're going to switch a little bit. Take you to a song that actually a young lady by the name of Martina McBride, I'm sure we've heard of her, some of us, and it talks about looking into a child's eyes, in particular your own child's eyes, and how that child, what you get back gives you direction. And it's called In My Daughter's Eyes. In my daughter's eyes, I am a hero. I am strong and wise, and I know no fear. But the truth is plain to see. She was sent to rescue me. I see who I want to be in my daughter's eyes. Featuring all the way up Route 7 last night, late at night, dodging deers and police. From Lucasville, Ohio, Miss Kimberly Patrick.
No fear, but the truth is plain to see.
Now, when we started this group, just give you a little bit of, we all used to sing together when we were her age. And she's 16. Well, we were a little older, 17, 16, 17, 18 years old. And we started at a big old messy place over in Columbus, Ohio called the Ohio State Fair. And we performed there, many of us on and off for 17 years. This group here, a lot of them have performed in Europe for popes, presidents. Let's see, we were counting the other night. Members of this group have performed for President Richard Nixon in the White House, Rose Garden. Members of this group have performed for George Bush I. Members of this group have performed for Gerald Ford, Woody Hayes, who else? Celeste. And we've been visiting with our current governor, Ted Strickland, and his wife. Several times they've invited us this summer at the governor's residence. And anyway, my point is we always used to sing, and we stopped. We went to college, we raised families, and about 2.5 years ago, I, still pursuing music and working with young people, got a phone call from Kenny Rogers Productions. And they asked me, they needed 4 kids to sing in the Kenny Rogers tour with Linda Davis. And of course I had the kids because I taught at a school. About 4 days later they called me back and they says, we're having a problem. We can't find a choir. We also need a choir, 15 to 30 people. I said, well, I don't have a choir. And she said, well, can you help me find one? And I said, sure. So I called, he was performing at the Chevrolet Center in Youngstown, Ohio. So I called around, and lo and behold, during that time, there was already a planned choir festival of lights in downtown. So all of the college choirs and high school choirs were committed to that. There was nobody to be found. So there was a young man that I had been involved with the previous summer at a reunion, and I called him. He's from Barnesville, Ohio, and his name is Malcolm Spence. I said, Malcolm, I need your help. I need some voices. You know all those people that you have in your choir, and you have all those, can you send out an email? And lo and behold, they came, and we did the show. Well, after we did that show, Malcolm has been after me and certain other people to come out of retirement and do this choir thing again. And so I called Malcolm up and drove to Columbus to meet with him and some other people. And lo and behold, the Voices of Ohio was born. And the following summer, I made a phone call to Kenny Rogers, and I says, I would like to do the show again, which was going to be in Canton the following year. And the lady said to me, she says, well, geez, we try to use a different, give everybody a chance to do a different group. I says, no, you owe me. I says, let me refresh your memory. When you had nobody, we came. Now we have become a group, and we want to be on that gig. And they said, okay. And we went and hung out with the Gambler and his 2 kids for another day or 2, and it was a lot of fun. And that's how we got here. But when we first started the group, it was only to be people that were in that former group. And we were rehearsing in Columbus quite a few times, and there was this young lady sitting out there doing her homework. But I noticed that she was always mouthing the words right. I said, this little girl knows all the music. So one day I came up, I had her come and sing, and I looked at the choir and I says, I'm changing the rules. 16 is now the line. And we range in age now from 16 to 70 up here. But we have children of our former group up here. We have relatives, we have friends, we've sung in churches. We've sang in communities like this and had people join us that are up here. How many of you joined us because you heard us in concert? Raise your hand. There's one. There's more, trust me. But anyway, I'd like to bring up, we're going to freshen it up a little bit, go a little new age. There are some young people out here. How many of you young people ever heard of Natasha Bedingfield? All right? I know you've all heard this song because they use it a lot on television. I would like to bring up Miss Ariel Burris from Bexley, Ohio. Yes, she is 16. I call her Peanut, and she's going to have to live with that the rest of her life. But Ariel Burris with Natasha Bedingfield, she does a wonderful job on Unwritten.
Y'all know it. Stick with me, alright? I am unwritten. You can't read my mind, 'cause I'm undefined. I'm just beginning, pens in my hands, the ending's unplanned. Staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Put yourself in words unspoken. Live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. The rest is still undone. I break tradition. Sometimes my tries are outside the line. We've been conditioned to not make mistakes, but I can't live that way. No, staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find. Reaching for something in that distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Put yourself in words unspoken. Live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten. The rest is still unwritten.
Did I do right by breaking the rules? Ladies and gentlemen, from the Broadway musical Sweet Charity, we bring to you Rhythm of Life.